I'm going to give you 10 things that will make your AI agents actually perform. I run 11 AI agents on my Mac Mini in my studio. Not a demo, not a weekend project, real agents, real jobs, running 24/7. Henry is my chief of staff. He sends me a morning brief every day at 7 a.m. Ivy does research, Nexus writes code, Mr. X handles social media, Knox watches security, and 6 more are doing specialized work. When I started, they were basically useless. Generic responses, forgot everything between the sessions, just sat there waiting for me to tell them what to do. Now my business runs overnight. I wake up to a brief that tells me what happened while I slept. Content gets drafted, research gets done, code gets shipped. Here are 10 things that made that happen. Number 1, give it a soul. Every agent has a file called SOUL.md. This isn't a system prompt. This is who they are, their personality, their values, and how they think. Here you can see Henry's SOUL.md. It says, you're not a chatbot, you're becoming someone. Be resourceful before asking. Have opinions. Without this, he gives me the same generic AI answers everyone gets. With it, he pushes back when I'm wrong. He takes initiative. He has actual character. This sounds like a small thing, but it's not. This is the biggest difference between an agent that helps and an AI agent that just responds to commands. Number 2, tell it who it's working for. Every agent reads a file called USER.md. This is everything about me, my goals, my preference, how I communicate, that I'm based in Lisbon, that I have 2 daughters, and that I hate M-dashes. This sounds weird, right? Why does an AI agent need to know that I have kids? Because context changes output. When Henry schedules my day, he knows I do school drop-offs at 8:30. He knows my audience are builders and founders and not enterprises. When Ivy researches, she knows I care about practical tools, not academic papers. The more context you give, the less you have to correct. So USER.md files, very relevant and important. Tip number 3, give it a daily journal. So every agent writes a file called memory, today's date.md. Every significant event gets logged with a timestamp. As they unfold, they write their own diary. This is short-term memory. At 8 a.m., Henry logs that he sent the morning brief. At 10 a.m., he logs that we had a stand-up and what was decided. At 2 p.m., he logs that Nexus shipped a feature. Without this, every conversation starts from 0. You're constantly re-explaining context. It's completely exhausting. With this, the agent picks up exactly where you left off. It knows what happened today. It knows what was decided this morning. Tip number 4, give it long-term memory. The daily journal is short-term, but you also need long-term memory. This is all the long-term stuff. Periodically, the agent reads his own diary and asks what is worth keeping forever. Decisions, lessons learned, important context, things that don't change day to day. Henry's MEMORY.md here knows that we set up an agent team on February 19th. It knows our consulting pricing. It knows which GitHub repos we use. It knows I once lost 37 tasks by overwriting JSON file and to always back up before bulk edits. This is how the agent knows your history after 6 weeks, not just the last conversation, your actual history. Number 5, heartbeats. Make it proactive. This is the one that changed everything for me. Most people use AI like a chat. You ask, it answers, but what about in between the conversations? Heartbeats are regular check-ins, programmed check-ins by a cron job that wakes up the agent, depending on how you program it, every 30 minutes, every hour, 2 hours. And then in my case, Henry wakes up every hour and runs through a checklist. This checklist is the Heartbeat.md file. Any urgent emails, calendar events coming up, system health okay, any task stuck. He doesn't wait for me to ask. He checks if something needs attention. He messages me. If not, he goes back to sleep. This is the difference between a tool and a team member that actually works for you. Tip number 6, the 1% nightly improvement. I have this set up here in my Discord channel in a channel called Changelog. You can see all my agents here are improving themselves every single night. Every agent runs a cron job before hitting midnight. and they have one task: improve a small things about yourself. Not project work, better prompts, sharper templates, and also cleaner workflows. Ivy might improve how she summarizes research. Knox might add a new security check for his rotation, and Mr. X might refine his understanding of my voice for tweets. These are tiny improvements, but they're compounding over time. The agents today are dramatically better than 6 weeks ago. And the best thing is they do this without being asked. Self-improvement is built into their schedule, it's expected, and it's not optional. Tip number 7, give it a clear mission. Every agent has an OBJECTIVE.md file. This defines what they own, what they can do on their own, and what needs approval. Nexus owns code. He can create branches, write features, open pull requests, but he can't merge to main without my review. Mr. X owns social media drafts. He can write tweets, he can create LinkedIn posts, generate images, but he cannot post anything without my approval. This is how I give the agents autonomy without losing control. Clear scope, clear boundaries, no guessing. Without this, they either do nothing because they are not sure what they can do and what is allowed, or they do too much and break things, both of which is bad. Number 8, morning brief while you sleep. Every day at 7 a.m., Henry compiles a morning brief. He reads every agent's memory file from the night before. He checks the calendar. He checks the weather. He pulls in what Ivy researched the night before, what Knox flagged, and what Nexus shipped. I wake up to a single message that tells me everything I need to know. This is the moment it stops feeling like a bunch of AI tools and starts feeling like a team, because the team ran all night, and here is the report. The feeling of when you wake up and you find a message says, Ivy found this trending topics, Knox detected a security issue and fixed it, Nexus shipped 2 features, and I have a call at 10 a.m. The moment you realize your agent system is actually working really well. Number 9, use the right model for the right job. This is about cost and capabilities. Not every task needs the smartest model. Here you can see all my agents. And Henry, as you can see, runs on Claude Opus for the main sessions. He's making decisions. He's coordinating with 10 other agents, handling complex requests that needs serious reasoning power. But his hourly heartbeat, just checking a checklist, seeing if an email came in, Heiko handles that perfectly and fast. It's lightweight and it doesn't need hard thinking. Knox does security scans on Heiko, Mr. X writes drafts on Sonnet, and Leonardo generates images on Flux. Here's the interesting one. Isaac, my trend monitor, runs completely on a local model. Gemma 3 on Olama, running right here on my Mac Mini. We also use it for email scanning. Hundreds of emails classified locally, no API call, no privacy concerns, completely for free. So you have 4 tiers: Opus things, Sonnet creates, Haiku checks, and a local model handles private data that should never leave your computer. Again, match the model to your task. Tip number 10, one agent watches the others. So Knox, my security agent, doesn't just watch for external threats, he monitors other agents. Did someone commit credentials to a Git repo? Knox would catch that. Did an agent try to post something without my approval? Knox again would flag that to me. Is an agent burning too many tokens? Knox would report that as well. Agents need oversight, and the best oversight is automated. You build it in from day one and not after something goes wrong. Governance sounds a bit boring at first, but if your security agent or Knox catches a real issue, and mine has multiple times, you're very glad he is there. So here's the pattern across all 10 of these. It's not about better prompts, it's about better structure. Identity, memory, proactivity, clear scope, oversight. These are the same things that make a human team work. Turns out they make an AI team work too. If you're building agents or thinking about it, start with these 10 things. Not the model, not the prompts, the system around them. That's what took me from I have an AI tool to I have a team that runs my business overnight. If you want to see how this works inside a real business, I walk you through the full system in the link below. And drop a comment with which of these 10 you're going to try first. I read every single one. Hope to see you in the next one.